Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got some fun news to share with you. I'm really excited to announce it, but I've decided to take on Seabas22 as my backhand form coach for disc golf. Many of you who have followed form for weeks, months, years, or potentially longer will know of Seabas22 from YouTube. He's also known as Sidewinder22 on the DGCR forums, and he's basically been looking at form and helping people with form for well over a decade, and I'm just excited to have a chance to have him review some of my videos and give me pointers of what to do. As many of you know, I've been working on my swing plane, but I've decided that I can't spend forever trying to work just on swing plane, especially when I believe I have deeper issues that are more root of the cause of the problem that I have. I need to focus on those. And what I mean by that is I believe I have a problem rotating my body properly, and that's what's causing this collapse. Particularly my hips and shoulders, I'm not rotating them properly in order to take advantage of, a deep pocket and all the other kind of stuff, all the drills and trips that deal with swing plane and things like that. I need to start worrying about things a little bit lower level. So I've already talked with Seabas22 to some extent. He's given me some advice on what to do. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to try 4 different drills, which he advised me to do. He technically advised me to try 3 different ones, but there's a 4th one that precedes another, so I'm going to do both of those. So the thing to keep in mind with a lot of the videos that Seabas has made is they basically cover the entire kinetic chain, from what you're doing with your feet to what you're doing with your grip and everything in between. And what he's having me focus on are things that involve rotation of the body and things that allow a swing plane to properly be formed by the disc, by having the shoulders rotate on a plane and the hips rotating essentially on the plane. And you ideally want them on the same plane. But here are the 4 drills that I'm going to be trying today. Number 1 is the can-can drill. This actually leads up to the double dragon drill, but he basically has you set the stage with one drill and then you advance to the next one from there. So those are the first 2 drills. The 3rd drill is the elephant walk drill, which actually leads up to the next drill, the 4th and final drill, the whip step drill. So I'm going to try all those today, and then I'm going to put this together in a video package and then send it to Seabas to review. And then tonight I've got a session with him to talk over form and for him to review what I've got and go from there. Okay, here we go with the can-can drill. Okay, so today I learned I can't really do those drills the way I want to. You have to work on them some more. Just so you know, I have been working on them at home. I've actually taken the week off for vacation so I can work on form. Sounds like a lot of fun. And yeah, so I'm going to collect all this, try to edit down to decent video samples I can give to Seabas22 for review tonight, and hopefully he can get something positive out of this. So honestly, I feel terrible about my throw. I've been so bad, I spent so much time on this to go essentially nowhere, or to make some progress, but not real progress, that I see every failed attempt as it's just a failed attempt. And it's when you do something, have a 100% failure rate and it's consistent, it's real hard to jump back at it. So I haven't really been working on form per se, because I know that any attempt to work on form, oh, here's the bad motor pattern again, or here's all the stuff that's not working, and it's just wasting time, and it potentially hurts myself. So
Yeah.
and honestly, I've spent so much time. I know there's only so much I can do with like the whole shoulders to arm to grip to disc to everything. I know everything else that's like this foundation or this platform is broken. So me trying to do all this other stuff isn't helping. It's just making me, it's more frustrating. So, and actually I've got another video I can send you of me just trying the footwork, like no disc, me getting out on a T-pad and then just not even throwing, but just simulating a walk up, that a professional would use. I can do that. I can emulate that. I just can't attempt to throw the disc because my body's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so I'm looking at your double dragon here.
Mhm.
You see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So right here, at your back hip here,
Hmm.
there's no hinge. So
Yeah.
you're just totally standing up here where you should be hinging your butt forward there.
Okay.
So your upper body's going to go down this way. So I noticed in your standstill too, the way you're starting, you kind of start feet together and then you kind of like step back. And when you're doing that, you kind of lose all the torque on the backside. So I'd rather have you just start like this, but then basically just turn so your butt starts going to the target and you want to get a little hip hinge there. So as you're turning, you pick up the foot, you should go forward.
Okay.
So looking from behind here, it would be with the butt going back, but also forward. So what you're doing is like just basically turning upright and kind of going forward, and then you're standing up like this on your front leg. So you
Yeah.
want to more come into like a battering ram, like over your front knee with your
Okay.
shoulder and the back shoulder too.
Roger that.
And also in the backswing, you want your back shoulder go up.
Okay. Got
So
it.
it should go up and behind like your head. Like it will show. Yeah. And then it's a hinge. It's a so you should also flex the back knee when you're hinging into the hip.
Okay.
Well, if you want to go through any of those motions, see if I can see what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not even sure how well you'll be able to see this. Can you see me okay? Or am I too far away?
That's okay.
Okay, so yeah, the biggest problem I have is like actually getting down like that. I can emulate it like this, but when I'm trying to throw, it's like I feel like I have to stand up from, and I actually feel like I'm jammed up when I do that because I'm doing that. But
What are you throwing with?
typically like a leopard, something like that. But to me, it's I'm trying to throw it flat, but I start out on the hyzer, and a lot of times I just flatten out like this, and I just need to get it to where I can hinge properly. And like, see, you want me to do this here?
Yeah, so on your backswing there,
Okay.
I want your shoulder to go down.
Okay.
So bend like that. So it's a forward side bend.
Okay.
So you should be bending the front knee, straighten the back knee.
Yes, sir.
You can swing back straight behind you.
Okay.
So the shoulder's going up and behind.
Okay.
So it's kind of like bowling almost,
Okay.
like you're going to bowl away from the target
Okay.
and then reverse.
Trying to get it toward the rear, rear comes back. I don't know if this even looks accurate,
Very
but
horizontal.
it's still horizontal.
Yeah,
Crap.
you're basically,
Windmilling or something.
or I want you more on like a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Yep. And then make sure that rear shoulder goes forward over the knee or the foot.
The rear. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I want you to throw something like a comet or stingray.
Oh, I won't be able to throw anything in here, unfortunately. I don't even have a
Right.
net when that's
Oh, come
outside.
on. Throw it at the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah. It's only one wall. You got plenty of other walls. The other walls will be fine.
You ever toss a sledgehammer?
Not really, no. I've tried to throw a hammer. A friend had me do that, but I never really quite got it, I don't think.
Does that feel any different?
Yeah, I can definitely feel a little bit of a hip action. It's not quite like the infinity sign or whatever, but I can at least feel, have to work on throwing this way. And of course, ironing out how bad this looks.
It's interesting with your form.
Hmm.
I'll pull up your standstill here.
Yeah.
See my screen?
Yes. Yeah, lean back.
Yeah, right there you can see how I'm starting to go forward.
Yeah. Look how back I am.
Well, it's funny because you're kind of like back and forward at the same time.
Yeah. Getting ahead of myself, I guess.
Or you're just kind of like staying centered too much and not really shifting back or forth.
Mm.
But you can see like because your foot pressure just leaves
Yeah.
and it spins. See it's spinning there.
Hmm.
Well, over here I'm pushing my heel forward to the target,
Got it.
but I'm also pushing my whole center of mass.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But
back so far, I'm on my heels.
you're losing your pressure because I think you're not actually shifting off of the front enough.
Yeah.
That's where I want to see you actually pick up your front foot
Hmm.
on your backswing.
Okay, I see that. Yeah, yeah.
So, because all the pressure's on my back foot and I can't spin it because it's
Okay.
got all that pressure holding it down. Back. See your foot spin there,
Yeah.
or it just slips. But then notice how much further back my butt is here.
Yeah. So yeah, bringing my butt back should make me lean forward a little bit more, I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's going to put more pressure on the back foot too,
Roger that.
and also help you send your hips forward, like backwards, or shifting from behind the butt weight. It's interesting right there. You can see you get like the same pivot almost,
Yeah, it's
but it's
weird.
like a different place.
Yeah. Yeah, the foot's a little bit more to the left.
So right here, see how my shoulder's over my knee,
Yeah, yeah,
and your shoulder's kind of like going behind your knee there.
yeah.
That's also part of shifting forward versus not shifting forward.
Yeah, look at that. And I've actually tried bringing my arm down a little bit, just, to where it's not up so high, it doesn't swoop as much, but I'm still at a bad, like, position with my body to where, like, I don't think it's possible for my hand to be up that high and for that to be right.
Your back arm looks pretty good there.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think just that posture right there where I'm
yeah,
tilted forward, you're
yeah.
just completely vertical.
Yeah, I feel like I'm back too far, not just like east, but a little bit south. Maybe wrong. It's just, yeah, like you're able to get into it, lean into it.
Right. And then on the front side, I'm more hinged into my front hip there.
Yeah.
Your hip is just kind of spinning.
I feel like there are some good mechanics there, but the bad ones just kind of crush it. Like like you're talking about efficiency, it's like the complete loss of efficiency. I'm just leaking power everywhere.
I think that's what all the wobble is about there. Because you're like moving off axis.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter how much hyzer I start with, I tend to end up upright. It's crazy. So I got to work on the hip hinge and weight shift, centering my body within the A-frame or whatever you call it, all that jazz. All right, well, I guess is there anything else you want me to do or to focus on going forward? I'll spend a week or two trying to work on something to where I particularly want to focus on getting my body to rotate properly because I think that's what's killing me and throwing everything else off.
Okay, so go back to standing up.
Okay.
Just take a normal standing position, about feet under hips,
Okay.
and then bend your front knee and extend the back knee,
Okay.
and then reverse.
Okay.
So that's going to rotate your hips. So you're you're kind of like pushing back and forth, like
Yeah.
it should just be a little bend. Once you bend the one knee, extend, you just swing back. So the back knee bending should pull everything forward while the front knee's extending or pushing into the ground.
Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm doing backwards. Have I got this reversed or am I doing it right? It's hard to tell.
Okay, so right there,
Yeah.
what you're turning your whole head.
Okay.
You want to keep your head more centered when you're doing that. So
Okay.
the shoulder goes behind your head or chin.
Is this a little better?
A little better, but you're kind of like reverse shifting.
I'm doing it wrong every single other possible way.
That's a little better.
So yeah, I'll have to work on this.
That's a
My
little figure eight.
yeah. It's the wrong direction again. No.
But that right there is good.
Okay, good.
That's some Tai Chi
Yeah.
figure eight.
Flow like water and stuff.
Yep. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Okay, well, I will work on that. All right. Well, thank you, Alex. Anything else you need from me before we go?
I don't think so. You good?
Yep, I'm good. Thank you.
Cool. Have a
Have
good
a
one.
great day.
You too.